Hey everyone and welcome back to the sports section. So some big news that came out of nowhere, right? After it was reported that we're going to sign Samu from Atletico Madrid, Gallagher goes to Atletico Madrid, suddenly news came out that we're not done yet. We might actually go for another one or two attacking players. Now, one is a winger, Pedro Neto. Out of nowhere that news came out, 60 million pounds or so, mixed reactions from the fans. We talked about Pedro Neto in the past, right? When we compare him to Mitoma, to Adeyemi, to countless of other wingers that we were supposedly linked with. Okay, the club decided to go with him. Performed very well against Chelsea when Wolves won 4-2. Very, very talented player. Still young. So if we sign him, then of course he has years and years ahead in his career. Now, although I like what I'm seeing, the dribbles, the speed, the goals, the assists, you also have the other side. And the other side is not as pretty as you think. And that's the injury side of things. Last season, he was, injured for quite a while actually. He missed in total 23 games because of a hamstring injury. The season before that, he missed 27 games. The season before that, or actually maybe 2 seasons before that, he missed 52 games. Basically, he was out for close to a year. Now, of course, those are injuries from the past. Hopefully, our medical team, when assessing him, are going to be looking for maybe hints of these injuries coming back. Have they fully been resolved, etc., etc.? Because he is quite a good player to have, right? As you can see here, 44 games left winger, 36 games right winger, 19 games center forward, and then 14 second striker. So he is versatile. Now, this is very good that he plays the majority of his time as a left winger, because right now, left wing for Chelsea, we're stuck with the likes of Sterling and Mudryk. He can also play with both feet, left and right. That's also a big, big plus. I like this signing. Yes, maybe 60 million is a lot, but it's half a Caicedo and it's around the same price as a random Brazilian that probably Chelsea are going to sign in the future. So okay, the price here doesn't matter. The full focus should be on whether or not we can fix his injury issues. Because if we can, and he does become a starter for us, I think we've got a very, very good player here. Like I said, still young. When you watch him play, I'll play some clips throughout this video. When you watch him play, of course, it makes you think about the likes of Eden Hazard. He's not Eden Hazard, but it makes you think, right? This is something we've been missing. That player, of course, we had Palmer, but that other player that can dribble, that is very, very quick with his feet, a player that can be decisive. This is something that we've been missing. It's great to have a system, right? Triangles, box here, box there, moving up, moving down, that's great. But sometimes you do need that one or two players that can basically take the team on their shoulders and finish it off. We are missing these types of players. So, my opinion here, good signing. Hopefully for him and for us, he won't get injured anymore. And if he does get injured, hopefully it won't be for such a long period of time. Then with regards to Samu, again, I think this was a financial signing and not really a sporting one, because it does smell like the Maatsen to Villa and Kellyman to Chelsea type of move. Apparently we're not done yet. Could we still get Osimhen? Maybe, maybe not, remains to be seen. He still wants to make 9 million a year or something like that. He doesn't want to come on loan. We don't want to play that much, so pay that much, I would say. Not play. Would love him to play a lot. We don't want to pay that much. So yeah, remains to be seen. But the big issue we are facing right now, the big issue is that, the same issue as last year and 2 years ago and the years beforehand, is that we have way too many players right now. Here are all 45 members of Chelsea's first team squad. They did add Anjorin twice here, so okay, maybe 44. Now, I did highlight the players who I think should leave or will leave, and that's 17 players, meaning we're left with 27. And 27, for the amount of games that we're going to play, is okay, in my opinion. So, from everything that we've heard and read, I think the goalkeepers, we're going to stick with Sanchez, Jorgensen, and Bettinelli, right? All the rest loaned out or sold, in my opinion. Defenders, so we still should have Disasi, Kukurea, of course Tosin, Colwill, James, Gusto, Ashampong, Fofana, and Chilwell. The ones that will leave will be sold. Okay, Wiley we know. Humphreys probably will be sold. And Chalobah we know as well that he's been pushed out of the club. Now with regards to Chilwell, I don't know what will happen with him. There are some rumors that he doesn't fit the system, etc., etc. Okay, let's see what happens with that. But other than that, I think those defenders will stay at the club. Midfielders, I would like to see someone come in and buy Sterling for us because that would free quite a lot of wages. So, okay, again, this is just my opinion. Casadei, I think the club would want him to go on loan or sell him. Anjorin, same thing. Kellyman, I don't know what happens with him. Ogochukwu, probably on loan, needs some game time. And then all the rest, this is second Anjorin, so it's the same thing. All the rest, Vega probably fits with midfielder and defenders, but all the rest will be playing for Chelsea next season. We have plenty of games. So yes, Fernandes, Chukwuemeka and Kunku Palmer, of course, Dewsbury Hall, Caicedo, Lavia and Vega should stay at the club. Forwards, yes, I'm still sticking here with Mudryk if Sterling leaves because, well, we paid quite a lot of money for him. I don't see the club getting rid of him so quickly. Madueke, Jackson, Fofana, Guiu, Neto, Omorodion. Again, it depends if we're adding another striker. Because if we are, then of course, Guiu should go on loan because I want to see him play more and more. Datro Fofana, actually, I should have highlighted him. It's probably the same thing. Should go on loan or we are going to sell him. So yeah, it's even closer to 26, 25 players that we're going to be left with. So these are my opinions, right? This is what I think will happen or should happen. It's not good to have that many players at the club when you start a new season. Plenty of them will be unhappy and you don't want that negative energy to impact all the other players. So yeah, Broja should be sold, Washington on loan, Gabriel on loan, Lukaku sold, and George on loan as well, or just back with the youth squad, I would think. So yeah, that's the list here, 26, 27 players left. Let me know down in the comment section below, who do you think should leave? Again, should leave based on what we know would happen, and who should definitely stay. Again, I know plenty of people will say, oh, he should leave, he should that, but think logically. Who do you think should leave if nobody else comes in? And the same thing, who should stay if nobody else comes in? Let me know down in the comment section below. On Sunday, we're playing our last preseason game at home, Stamford Bridge against Inter Milan. Probably Pedro Neto will be presented at the bridge. Maybe Samu as well. I don't know. These transfers do take longer than expected. So let's see what happens. But yeah, the next coming days, weeks, it's all about people leaving the club, players leaving the club. I know we've talked about players from Cobham getting less respect than they should. And let's be honest, it's true. But don't forget, these are players, these are humans. Some of them are being treated like robots. For example, Chalobah, right? We're always going back to Chalobah. Why offer him such a long-term contract not so long ago, only to now push him out of the club? It's because he is pure profit. You cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot convince me that you want to sell him because the other defenders are so much better than him. No, I don't think they are so much better, and I don't think they are better tout court, right? This is French. But, I mean, why did we buy Fofana, for example, when we had Trev Chalobah? Why? I don't know, beats me, right? Badiashile. Yeah, okay, he's left-footer. But is he so much better than Chalobah? I don't think so. So again, it's not a sporting decision in my opinion. It's purely because we can cash in on Chalobah. But then again, he's human. Respect, especially the guys, well, the kids that come from Cobham. They've been at the club from the age of 6, 8, 10, right? They've grown up, and now you treat them like shit. I'm sorry, but there is a way to treat humans. There's a way to treat your employees, right? If you go to your employer and you've been at the company for 20, 30 years, right? Let's say something like that. And suddenly he's like, oh, here, you're fired. No explanation, nothing. You're going to feel probably very, very angry, right? If you're there a week or two, he says, look, you're fired. There's nothing to say here. Okay, fine. You have no connection with him or the company. But if you've been here for quite a while, you would accept something, an explanation, man to man, something, right? A conversation. I know football is a ruthless sport. It should be ruthless, right? Because at the end of the day, there's lots of money to be involved. There is lots of expectations. So I get that. But you have to consider the human aspect of things. That's just what I'm thinking about right now. So, okay. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Pretty excited for Pedro Neto. Samu, hopefully he performs. Whatever comes next, we'll see. Osimhen yes, Osimhen no. Who knows? I just want this season to start because I do think it's going to be quite an exciting one. Highly, highly competitive. Do share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, do all of that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.